Good morning. I have an altered file folder to show you, and I wanted to also show Melinda. This is a custom order for Melinda. So this is the folder that I've completed. I started out with just a regular size file folder, letter size file folder, and I trimmed off the tab, and then I folded up the bottom to make pockets on the inside, which you'll see in a moment. So, and I covered it with different papers. So this paper is covering the folder with some lace, some vintage buttons. This beautiful vintage woman, I added some beads from an antique silk dress to her bandana, and I added some of the same beads to the straps and the dress on this lady. This is another one of the ladies that I've glued to fabric, so she's flexible and gives it more of a three-dimensional look. She's also a tuck spot, so I have this antique calling card that I tucked inside. I like the pretty poppies on there. And there's another antique card that I tucked inside the lady, who's a pocket. So got a little bit of book page coffee dye behind the lady, and I sewed her onto the book page and made her into a pocket. So that's the front. And then I have a couple of different folders that I added in, but as you can see, this is where I folded up the bottom. I left this open so I could slide the folder in here, and it just fits in like that. Added some lace to this pocket. Some papers here that I made into another pocket. Inside this pocket, we've got a piece of an antique card, the Song of the Lark, a little bit of, it's the original back. You'll see I have the original front elsewhere in this folder, but I thought the lady was pretty on her own, and I like it with the Song of the Lark. I thought that was pretty in here. And then I have another little card. Cute little girls, very sassy, which I love. And on the back is some beautiful avocado dyed paper that my friend Colleen dyed for me. Thank you, Colleen. I love you for that. This is another piece of a file folder that I folded in half. I added this beautiful little girl to the front, sewed her on. Some pretty vintage lace that I coffee dyed. This little flower, I think I received this from Sakita. And another little, here's the sweet little girls that I tucked inside. Sweet little flower girls, so I tucked them in this pocket. And if we open this up, we have another sweet little girl in here that just has some vintage bag on the back. She's tucked inside with this little girl who's also glued to fabric, so she's flexible, 3D-ish. And the background here, there's coffee dyed paper on the folder, but there's also a coffee dyed hanky. You can see that's got the pretty embroidery on it. Another coffee dyed piece I got from my dear friend Colleen. And piece of lace here. And inside I tucked one of the journal cards that Melinda purchased from me. It's got the lace covering the postcard from 1915. And this beautiful, I know I'm promising people that I'm going to do a tutorial on making these ladies, and I am actually going to do that soon. But she's got another piece of a antique beaded dress that I glued down onto her dress, glued some vintage embroidered flowers, and even part of the antique silk that I used to make her a shawl. And she's just on a piece of cardstock, which is a copy of a antique cabinet card. So she tucks in here nicely, and I liked it in here because she doesn't move around. There's also actually another tuck spot here if she wants to tuck something else. Melinda, if you wanted to tuck something in there, you could as well. And so, and this is also a pocket on this side. So there's room to tuck other little pieces of ephemera that you have if you like. And the back is more of that beautiful avocado dyed paper. Actually, I think she might have used flowers on this one. I see the remnants of them. And a piece of a doily that is also avocado dyed that wraps around to the front. So, like I said, this just slides right over that pocket. And then on the other side of the folder, we have another folder, but we've also got, this one's glued down, this pocket. And then we've got two more pockets here that have these beautiful ladies with their flowers inside, tucked inside these pockets. Another beautiful lady in her flowers. These are from antique photos that I've purchased. And then we've got this other flip out here that actually just slides nicely on the pocket. And on here we have this sweet little girl who's a copy of a cabinet card that I own, tucked into a pocket that I made out of an antique calling card. So it tucks in there. And a little bit of gesso that I did with a stencil in the background, this pretty paper. And then this opens up, and on the top of it we have this pretty girl that flips open to another lady with a postcard pocket. And here's the front of the lady with the Song of the Lark poem. That's a beautiful poppy. I thought looked really pretty with this lady. She's another one that's glued to fabric, but I haven't glued her down, so I did glue some embroidered flowers to her dress and a little embroidered bow on the postcard. So that's that. And then this flips up as well to another pretty lady who's also a pocket with this sweet little postcard tucked inside. And then the bottom is another pretty little girl, her beautiful little hat. And this flips open with some other paper and this sweet little girl. And another pocket that flips out, or that I slid in another, which I love this picture. I love the expression on her face. And she slides right back in there. So then that's a nice folder that just slides right inside of this pocket. And then on the back, we've got another lady glued to fabric, so she's flexible. A pocket here that's got two little ballerina pictures that I just tucked inside. And a little bit of lace over here. And that's my file folder. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.